welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mod, and today guys we are going to continue with our Harshette Titanic build, and we are going to do issue 68 of Build the Titanic. Now we're going to be continuing with the Promenade deck today, and we have got some work to do on the hull as well. So yeah, it looks exciting, it sounds exciting, but there's really not that much to do, but I'm happy with that. We all love the easy issues and we all love the difficult issues. I think it's just the way it comes, and with all the work we've done on the boat deck, I ain't moaning really, not really, but it's nice to be working on Promenade deck, and I think this is what it's going to be like now for the next few issues. As far as I'm aware, we work backwards with Promenade deck, and then I don't think there's any hull work to do for a while, so yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting how this progresses, because it was nice to start back work on the hull, but goodness knows when we're going to be working on that again. Anyway, let's get started with this one today. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so first what we need is this piece here. This is the forward bulkhead for the Promenade deck, so this will be at the front of the ship. If you just imagine that above here would be where the bridge is. So that's that piece. So what we need to do first is we've got these brackets here, and these are literally going to go on. You can just see sort of a notch there, and that's going to match up with the notch just in here. So they're going to go on like that. Okay, and then we need to secure them down with 2 AP screws. Okay, that's one. Now they really are in this now starting to thicken out the instructions for what we need to do. Okay, now we've done that, we need to bring over our deck, and what we're going to do is we're just going to flip this over and we're going to place it just down onto them. Hold there, just on lugs, making sure it's all lined up. There's like some pins as well at either side so this sits properly. So just making sure that one's in, that one's in. That's seated just like that. And we're going to screw that in with 2 more AP screws. Now they're giving us quite a few in this issue, the AP screws. That had to just come loose. Right, okay, that's one in there. I'll just get another one on the other side, and then we'll tighten this down, and then that's not moving anywhere. I would be careful of them though on there, that you don't break them off while doing this. So it's better to hold it in your hand just to make sure that they are okay. Okay, so that's that bit on. Just noticed a little bit of the, it's incredibly minute, but a tiny bit of the deck that's just come up a bit when that piece was going on, but that's now down. Fantastic, so we've done that. Okay, so we need to move that to the side because we need our hull. Here we have it, and in here we have a bracket. We have another one of these, and that's just going to go on just like that, and we need to screw that down with some AM screws. So here we go. So we need 4 of the AM screws in. Now this is the last in what Harsha have sent in this issue. I don't know why I'm putting these in, because I'm not even putting any oil on them. And I should be. So let me just get some oil on these. That's going to make life a little bit easier. So yeah, this is the last of what Harsha have sent us. So I'm now waiting on the next delivery, which I'm hoping will be soon. I know we are still, excuse me with all that, we are still a long way from finishing this. Get that one in. Okay, so what I'm going to just do is I'm just going to try a bit more of a hefty screwdriver on these, because I don't want to wreck the head on the wearer, and these can be tough to get in, because they are extremely tough to get in. They're barely touching the metal. So I'm wondering why that is. Right. Literally, I can feel them two in at that side, they've gone in fine. But these two at this side don't seem to be getting anywhere. So let's take it off and have a look. Right. Let's just try swapping this round. There's just no grip there. Now there's grip on that side, but no grip on this side whatsoever. Just push, because if I push that down, the screws are just more or less going into it. So let's just see if the holes are too big. Right, so one, they're on the right way around, so we know that. I've got a spare AM screw. Right, and that's lining up perfectly. That is screwing in. Try this one. That's screwing in as well. Now, is there a certain way this... Well, I'm just looking at it. There's no certain way that this bracket has to go around. The only difference is in the picture is it's got a number 1 on it. And this has got a number 2 on it. So let's just see if the parts are different. So let's go to inventory. Cross support. So it should, in theory, all go together, but it's not. Let's try this on a different way. Yeah, that's just spinning. So I'm just wondering if the top of these I've got a little bit of paint. So let's roll them down a bit. Enough for the screws to take. Still nothing. Screws are definitely going in there. And I've checked to make sure that this all lines up, which it does. I'm just wondering why isn't that screwing in? Very, very interesting. It's going in at one side, but it's just not going in at the other side. I think I'm stumped. I'll just pause right here and yeah, get back to you.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, sorry about that, I am back. Right, so I'm just going to put these screws away. So I figured it out. Right, so some strange reason the AMs are not going in. I think there's a little bit more paint up here which is making that sit a bit higher, just by probably a couple of millimetre or so. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting in some JMs. Now they're the same thickness, they're just a little bit of a longer screw. So if you had the same problem, just put a JM in there instead, and it should sort itself out. Getting these in now. Alright, so that's a JM on that side. That's a JM on that side. You see that these screws are just coming loose. It's like if you over tighten them up, it's breaking the threads. I wonder if that's what's happened. So to tighten these, right, okay, right, so maybe I might have to replace them as well. So can I get these out? Maybe put JMs in there as well. And get these out. And they want to come out. So it's a case of don't over tighten them, but you might have to change them for more JMs. Come on. Famous last words. It's an easy issue. Just trying to get these out. I'm just trying magnifying my screwdriver. Yeah, so they're clearly not going in now. And they clearly don't want to come out. Right. Don't worry, I'm not going to snip the screw. I just want them to grab it. There we go. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put JMs in there as well. What an absolute stupid design. Okay, that's one in there. And we'll get the other in. I'm not putting any oil in here because the hole's already got oil in it. So if that happens to you, if you over tighten them and it breaks a thread on them, then just replace them with JM screws and they work perfectly fine. But yeah, what an absolute performance that was with that. Thought that'd be the easiest part, but obviously not. So that is issue 68 done. Well guys, that's it for Titanic for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, that were a nightmare with that hole. I thought that would be honestly the easiest bit, but there is like a little bit of give, but it's not, it doesn't go tight, that's the thing. The thread just goes on it and then you're left with just a spinning screw. So yeah, I'd recommend JMs if you have the same problem as I have done on that one. They are the same thickness in screw, just the JMs are that little bit longer, so it just gives you more to bite onto. But I don't know why that was such a massive problem for some strange reason, but it's fixed, it's sorted, and I'm happy with it, and that's the main thing. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos on the channel. Forgot what I said then. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.